Hi, Khalid.
Hi. Hi, I'm Khalid. Hi, we're Bucket, and we do songs.
How are you finding Vegfest?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm really happy with the amount of people that turned up. It was a big surprise. I haven't expected it to be so packed, and it's just good to see that so many people are getting excited with veganism and vegetarianism and coming out to this event.
What was the best thing you went to see or saw or ate?
I really enjoyed the Sea Shepherd booth. A lot of the clothing items they had, Bristol Hunt Sabs, I was pretty big on those guys. And I got a burger from the fry stand, who that's my favourite vegan food. So that was really good. I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
That's my favourite part probably.
Is it hard to find vegan food in Bristol?
Not in Bristol, no. Bristol I found it super easy. There's loads of cafes around, there's a lot of alternative cultures, loads of there's something here for everyone. So there's plenty of vegan cafes, there's plenty of places you can go to get vegan food. It's one of the most accommodating cities I've found, personally.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome here.
What are your hobbies? What are your interests? What are you get up to?
Mostly my hobbies are skateboarding, music. I'm a music student at university, and that's pretty much it really. I like to skateboard a lot, and I like to listen to a lot of music, and I like to talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of things do you like to talk about?
Well, stuff like animal rights, anything sort of current and topical and that matters in the big picture of the world. So I'm consider myself a big feminist. Yeah, like I said, animal rights, human rights, anything that affects the way people interact with each other and the way we all live together in the world, really.
Yeah.
Step outside for a cigarette. Hold on to every word you say.
Who do you talk to, or do you do outreach work?
A lot of my inspiration for it comes from the internet. Speaking to people on the internet, looking at other people talking, people who talk about really inspiring things, who are positive and have positive attitudes and opinions on stuff. I find it's the best way to do it. And just talking to friends.
Yeah.
'Cause even if they don't have the same opinions as you, it's still really worthwhile to see the world you live in and all the opinions that exist, and to be able to consider them all.
First they try to make you laugh, so I can see that's wrong. That'll never be mine.
So do you get a good response?
In terms of veganism, I normally get a really good response off people. I think it's probably something to do with my personality. I'm not exactly a full-on person. Veganism means a lot to me personally in my life, and it's a big part of my life, but I don't try and superimpose that upon any people who I talk to. And as a result, I think of my way I've done that, I've helped a lot of my friends turn vegan. They've seen that it's not a big deal, as a lot of people seem to make out. A lot of people sit around spending more time thinking how hard it'd be to go vegan than just going vegan, basically. And I understand that it's really hard, and it's it's a big change in life, but it's really good to be able to just help people realize how easy it is to make such a big difference in your life and the lives of so many animals around the world and so many people around the world. It's a great lifestyle, and how hard it is to go vegan is nothing compared to the impact it has on the world around you, essentially.
Frankly,
Bucket is the result of it being too cold and wet for us to skate.
So do you think the alternative scene seems to be embracing veganism a lot more than other subgroups?
Yeah, I think for a lot of people find like veganism, vegetarianism, animal rights, whatever it is for you, they find that through like music and other alternative scenes. Like personally, that's how I found it. Through like things such like the straight edge movement when I was a lot younger. That was big deal for me, and I found that other people who were like straight edge also were vegan. And then when I found the links between like my beliefs in certain ways of living my life and how like being vegan or not being vegan impacts the rest of the world and impacts my personal beliefs and my personal philosophies, it just it made sense. And it's so great as well being in a community like that, because there's so many other people who are also vegan and vegetarian. You see how easy it is to turn vegan and vegetarian, and how it just makes a difference to people's lives and the way they think about a lot of things and the way they do a lot of things. And I think the alternative scene is accepting of people thinking differently of just everything.
Yeah.
So naturally, veganism comes into that.
Yeah, that's cool. So you're in a punk band?
Yeah, I'm in a pop punk band called Sticks and Stones.
Do you try and spread the vegan message through your band?
Not through like my lyrics. I did start a hardcore band with my friends a few months ago, and that like all fell through. And the whole point of that band was to be like a vegan, like a vegan hardcore band singing about animal rights, and not just that, like other issues like feminism, social issues, anything we're a little bit pissed off about, basically. But yeah, like that's something I want to do more personally, and I think it's something I encourage lots of other musicians to do as well. Because like I said, I found veganism through punk music and like bands who listen to it, bands like Conflict, Crass, like some of the really earlier punk bands. Just brought it into the mainstream, made a lot of people aware of what could be done to make the world a better place for animals and people to live in.
Dude, sucking at something is the first step toward being sort of good at something.
So, vegans are known for being extreme.
Oh yeah, totally.
What's the most extreme thing you've done in your life?
I've done a lot of like extreme, or I would like to describe as stupid stuff in my life. And something that was unintentionally stupid, I got hit by a car off my bike and came out totally unscathed. And that's all due to a vegan lifestyle. That's all due to strict vegan eating and health. I'm kidding, I was just really lucky.
Cleaning out my room is like cleaning out a part of my life. Throwing out a work is like throwing out a part of my mind.
Do you have any tips for people that want to go vegan?
Speak to other vegans, speak to people who live similar lives to you, so you can see how it'll affect you, and just sort of like do it. Spend less time thinking about how hard it is to go vegan, because I spent a lot of time doing that, and maybe just if it works for you to do it in little steps, do it in little steps. If it works just one day, go vegan, do that. Just do what works for you, because at the end of the day, it's all about the impact it has on animals and people in the world as a whole. And how it works for you is just down to you. It doesn't matter as long as the impact is still made on the world and everyone else in it.
And I'm still sad that my friends will be running away, but it's okay because I know the real friends will stay. And in the darkest times I'm sure that this will hit me hard. I'll be lying in my bed and I'll be falling apart.
Hey, thank you, Khalid.
That's okay, you're welcome.
It's like down, down, don't let that shit get you down. And I fell apart, but now I'm getting back up off the ground. And these wounds are deep, but they're finally healing now. I spent a week at home writing songs for myself. You remember are the ones